Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and we're going to have some fun today. I know you are probably thinking I was going to come and do the fourth layout in the series, but then Stampin' Up! Decided to do something fun for the month of October. And all of the kit collections from Stampin' Up! Are up to 30% off. So I thought this week we might have some fun and put together for sure one kit. We'll see how many more we can do over the course of the week, and which ones I have here so that I can actually do them. And I'll talk to you a little bit about them, why I find them so very, very handy. And all of those fun things. So don't worry, we're just pausing the series at the moment. We're not stopping it. I'm not finished. I have the rest of it all planned out. So don't stress, it's coming. But like I said, we're going to just call this like, we're just going to pause regular scheduled programming for right now. And we're going to have some fun with the kits collections. So, like I said, during the month of October, from the 1st to the 31st, the kits from Stampin' Up! So, the ones like this, it's not paper pumpkin, so it's the ones that you can order. There we go. Get the angle right. That you can order directly through my Stampin' Up! Website, right? So, they're not subscription based. You can pick an individual kit along the way. These are all up to 30% off. And there's some good prices on there. I'm just going to have to say, like I was looking this morning to see which ones I had and what was on sale. And so we're going to do the card keeper kits because I feel like this one will make a great holiday gift. And things are about to get super crazy around my house for the next couple weeks. And so I thought this might be, by putting this together, this might be a great way to kind of get one of those things out of the way for me. So I'm going to add my desk in here. We're going to look at the kit. And like I said, I have not even opened it because I think you guys really like it when I make the mistakes before you do. So I did not read instructions, nothing. We're going to just put it together in like real time. If you guys have questions along the way, make sure to ask. But I'm going to add my desk in here now too. Right here. Don't need my keyboard anymore. And I'll turn on a little bit more light. It's just going to be kind of. There we go. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of glare for a few minutes until everything all the cameras kind of level themselves off. But okay, so like I said, I picked the card keeper kit. And if you're looking on the Stampin' Up! Website, it's 164377. As somebody said, I kind of sound like somebody calling out bingo. And so in Canada, our regular price is $34 for this kit, and it's on sale for $30.60. And like I said, I specifically picked this one today because I knew it would make a great gift for the holiday seasons. Maybe I'm just going to pull this out of my way for a second because we don't actually need this. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, I have not unsealed. The only thing I did was open my box to see which kit was in here. So, I'll just put this here so you can actually see which one we're doing. There we go. Okay, so when you open this pretty brown little box, which is also great for wrapping other gifts in. How handy, eh? This kit has 2 pieces. So I'm just going to move this off to the side because we don't need this anymore. So I'm assuming this is like our actual keeper. So the concept of this one, right, is that you create your box, you create some generic cards to put inside. There's some tabs. Then we're going to create a couple of just generic cards. So there's like best wishes, happy birthday, and just because. And then you can give this to somebody. You could add more cards if you have homemade cards you wanted to give them. Or you could give it to them just like assembled, or you could just give them the kit, right? There's lots of different options, I will say. So make sure as you pop on, or even if you're watching the replay, to say hi. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So I really, really feel that like Stampin' Up has this kit thing down. They obviously have been doing it for a while. I actually don't know how long, so don't ask me that question. But like the kits are great. Paper Pumpkin is great. It's different, right? So Paper Pumpkin is a subscription. So you have to, hey, Wendy, that comes to your door every month. But this is different, right? Because it's just a kit and you get to pick and choose on these ones. So you have your adhesive. So we've got some dimensionals and some glue dots. We've got 2 different envelopes, a yellow one and like a minty blue color. We've got our card bases, some card bases. I'm assuming there's more as we get down. So these are probably our labels for our tabs. So you create the different sections, I'm assuming. And then we've got some die cut pieces. Yes, we've got more card bases. Now, if you wanted, you could obviously cut this up and create more cards with it. If you want just like a quick and easy project like we're going to do today, then I would just leave it as is, right? Like, you guys watch me all the time. I'm all about like adding or recreating or doing something different with a product. But the nice thing about the card kits or even craft kits, right? Because this, I don't know if this would actually, because, well, maybe it's considered a card kit, but there are also craft kits, right? So there are different ones that are considered like a craft kit. So you would be creating a craft versus just cards. I don't know if I actually completely thought through that thought and explained that very well. But from the standpoint of not having to do anything with them, they are awesome. You can just kind of sit down. And like I said, if you want to watch me make the mistakes first, I actually don't think we should be making any mistakes here today. But okay. So all the contents are here. So it says applies for one project. So this is like a complete project. The coordinating colors are Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, and Pool Party. And so then it shows you which things go with which cards, and then the keeper. So there's 2 different versions of the cards and then the box. So let's just open our box up. And this thing is sturdy. I could tell because I have some box, like some kits sitting up on my shelf, right? And I could tell which one it was because it's like it's the heaviest box I've gotten in a while. So, okay. I know lots of people do these as like a girls' night out or do like kit parties, right, where you can have a host and then everybody picks a kit to assemble. You can do them like in person, online, all of those fun things. Okay, and so the box, oh, fun. Okay, so the box has a nice liner and it's actually like, so it's that Night of Navy and it's got like metallic ink. Okay, so I actually think, as I say that, I shouldn't say things like that though, because that's not going to happen then. Should be relatively easy to put together. Okay, yes, I am correct. So, but I should probably, like I said, read the directions beforehand. But there's actually adhesive on the 3 sides, and that's the bottom of the box. And then we have like file tabs. So, and I love the fact that you could put them together just with pictures. As somebody that writes directions for my workshops, I have to say I do love anything that you can assemble with a photograph. So, okay, there's not really any instructions here for the box, so we're just going, like it just shows you that there's the adhesive on the 3 tabs. So we're just going to pull that off. I'm just trying to decide if I'll do one at a time. But then it just kind of, right? Oh, maybe I need to zoom out a little bit while we do the box. So I think I'm going to do my long side first. Here, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit though. But let's make sure it's the right camera, Chris. Okay, this one. Let's just zoom out just a little bit. Move it over. Well, it doesn't really move over anyway. Okay, so I am going to take the adhesive off the one side. So this has that like really strong tape on it. And I'm going to fold it to the inside. Flip my box over. Okay, standing up already. You guys know my desk is like counter height, which is really good for some things and not really good for other things. Okay, so I've just put my box like flat down on my desk. I have the adhesive off the one flap, so I can just burnish that a little bit. Okay, so then I can do my 2 sides. I could put up my one side. I'll just pull off the adhesive on both the sides and then we'll burnish both the sides. So you guys, this will be like real time how long it actually takes to do this. Even with me like yammering. Okay. Well, so our box is together. And then we have our little dividers. So, and then our lid fits on top. So you could literally just put a bow on this and put it under the tree and give it to somebody. I actually think I'm going to ship it to my dad and give it to him. I'm going to move the box out of the way for a second. Because then he'll always have like a little stack of cards that he could pull from. And then he can kind of just refill them as he needs. Okay, so here are our labels. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess you can decide if you want to have like miscellaneous versus, like I might have put for him like a miscellaneous one versus, oh no, so that's it's birthdays in French. Never you mind. Never you mind. There are only 6. So that is perfect. See, and I also get to say all the, there we go, birthday. Then I'm going to do thank yous. Then I'm going to do seasonal. Then I'm going to do special occasions. So you can switch them up however you would like to, which is kind of fun. Then we're going to do love and support and miscellaneous. Gotta love a good miscellaneous tab. Everything else under the sun that doesn't fall into one of your other categories. Okay, guys, so I would say literally the box took us less than 15 minutes because, like I said, I did yammer a little bit there. Okay, so here we go. Our little tabs in there. And I can now set that aside. Okay, we can move our garbage out of the way. Right, and you've got the 4 different languages, so you can set up your box however you want to or need to. So now we will pull the things for our 2 kinds of cards. Okay, so we'll have the floral ones on one side, and then the polka dotted ones here. I'm going to throw my envelopes into my box because we're not decorating the envelopes, but you do get the 2 different pretty envelopes, right? And they can use them however they want. And so I'm going to show you this too. So you don't even have to actually probably fold the envelopes over if you don't want. They do stick up a little bit, so I might like put my cards in there. But you could add actually like extra envelopes in there too, right? Okay. So we'll move our little cheat sheet for the number over there. And we'll make our little piles here. We'll have our adhesive in the middle. And really the only thing I've used so far are these 2 things. So that is not bad. Okay, so I'm assuming... Oh, my goodness. There's a whole bunch of them here. So you just have to find your right language. So we have... Okay, so you can like mix and match your sentiments and pick what you want to do for them. So we have happy for you, best wishes, thinking of you, happy birthday, and just because. Okay, so you must make 5 of each. See, that's what happens when I don't open, right, the packaging beforehand. You could obviously mix and match them however you wanted. If you wanted 2 of each, or to mix and match your sentiments in a different way, you totally could. So now we're going to put 1 set with the other ones. So we have just because, best wishes, happy birthday, and I actually like the fact that, right, like they punch out really easy, but they're not like falling out of the papers when they come to you in your kit. Like I said, I feel like they have a good handle on this whole kits thing. Okay. These are all different languages. We don't need those. We don't need these. You could also do like 1 or 2 in a different language if you wanted. Here in Canada, we are a bilingual country. So you could mix and match. Okay, so these are going to go... Oh no, not all of them. So our solid ones go over here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then there's 2 of each of these for the other sides. And this gold foil is very nice. I'm going to save this in case I need to punch out something small somewhere or die cut something small. So I might just put this like right beside my embossing machine, and if I have something fun to die cut, I can just throw it on my plate at the same time. Okay. Okay, you guys see, like real time, including punching out all the pieces. Okay, that we'll put over there because I'll put it underneath my table. Okay, so these are all going to go over here, and these are all going to go over here. And even the vellum is like textured. So, okay, so we're not doing a layout this week, but we are going to finish assembling the kit. So this is the card keeper kit. So because all the kits are on sale, so we're not doing a layout this week. We'll go back to that. And this I think is like an awesome gift. So like even like my daughter's getting married, I could give it to her like for a shower gift, right? You could actually, if you want to keep the cards, you could use that box as like a recipe box. Keep the cards. All sorts of fun little things you could do. So all the kits are on sale 30% off for the month of October. That's why I thought this would be a fun little project. And it's super quick too, right? So we are going to start with the floral ones. And you do have 5 of each of the card bases. And then there's envelopes that we put in the box. I just set aside and put in the box. So we're just going to fold this one. And then we will start let's go with, so, and like I said, as somebody that actually like writes directions all the time, the fact that you can literally see down to like where to put your adhesive with a picture is just like crazy. So we will add our dimensionals. Okay. So then each one of these is going to get a circle like this. You could add ink to the edge of the vellum. You could leave it just as is. Now I can push back in just a little bit. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put this together first. And you might see each single time I put them together differently. But because each of the titles are slightly different, not the titles, but the sentiments, sorry. You could add Wink Estella. You could add extra embellishments to these. But I think that the fun part is you also then don't have to, right? So now on the back, you can see where my sentiment is. And I can just hide now my glue dots behind what's going to get covered up, right? And they won't show on the vellum. And I actually think Oh. Where is my take your pick tool? It's not where it's supposed to be. That's interesting. It's supposed to be sitting right beside me. Okay. So then there we go. And then I think, like I said, I kind of think it's neat that the 5 different sentiments are all different. That is very interesting. I'm not really sure. I must have been doing something with it somewhere else that was not in my office. Okay, so let's do best wishes now. Same thing. We can add the glue dot. And we have a circle. And then we can put our dimensionals on here. So I'm going to say that I bet that this is under an hour. And you have like your 10 cards put together and your box. And it is ready to go. And like I said, no better time than when there's a sale, right? Okay, so I'm going to adhere my sentiment on my vellum first, which is different than the first time, so that I can center it better. Okay, I'll add my glue dots on the back again, and I can see, you guys probably can't see, but I can see where my sentiment is on the top, and I can for sure see where my dimensionals are. So I keep like looking out of the side of my eye to see if I can actually see what I did with my take your pick tool. Oh, I think I might have found it. It's just not back where it's supposed to be. Okay, so here we go. Best wishes. Just kind of centering it, and then I'm like playing with that rule of thirds, right? So that it's not smack dab in the center of the card. And then I can just tuck my leaves underneath. There we go. We've got 2. And look, here we go. Okay, now we're just going to like be able to like mass produce. I'm just kidding. But okay, so I have my circle. And then we'll do thinking of you. And we'll add the dimensionals on the back here. And if for some reason I don't see your comments while I'm on live, I do come back and answer them. It's just a little bit different with like the YouTube live portion, because those comments actually just like disappear on me unless you rewatch the whole video. So it's kind of all a learning curve, right? So I feel like this one is going to be a lot off of our piece of vellum. So I picked it up so you can see just that one is really touching here in the middle. But I didn't want to push it down, right? Because I don't have any glue dots on the back of this piece of vellum. So 1, should actually take this side off. Here we go. And then tuck the leaf in. And like I said, you could totally very easily add more to these. You could paint some of the flowers with Wink Stella just to make some of them a little bit shiny. Let's do happy birthday. So this one I'm going to cut just a little piece for this little part that's going to hang off. And we have more than enough, right? So same thing. So do you guys have a favorite kit, past or present, or a kit that maybe somebody you think should check out? Because there are lots of great ones there, like I said. I was actually just even scrolling through them this morning and thought, oh, I forgot about that one. But like I've used it all up already. So even if you go back and you go look at like my YouTube channel, you could see, because I have done some kit assembly videos before, right? So some of the ones that are on sale, I've assembled already, right? So, and like I said, don't worry, I am working on the cheat sheets right now for the layout series that we're doing, but I thought this was too fun an opportunity to pass up, to have some fun on lives with the kits. And I have to find photographs for my last layout also. So there we go. So, and I'm just kind of strategically placing the leaves under there. And like I said, I love the gold foil. So, and look, we're on our 5th card already. So I would say in less than half an hour, we've got our box together and 4 of the 5 cards. Well, we're going to call this 5 of the 5 cards, like one whole set of cards. So for this one too, I'm going to just trim off the edges on my long skinny parts that are going to overhang. So we've got some dimensionals under there. And I think that for me, the method that I liked here was adhering my sentiment to my vellum and then figuring out where then I could put my glue dots and then adding it to the card, right? So that's the method that has worked the best so far, I think. Okay, and then I'll put one on here. If you wanted to use your own adhesive and save the glue dots too, it probably would even be that much faster, right? Because you would just be adding tape runner to them and not have to worry about, right, like peeling off the backs of the glue dots. And I think this kind of gives you type too, right? Like a nice array of cards, right? They're not all like if I get, so let's just say I do actually send it to my dad. He's not going to end up with 5, like 10 birthday cards, right? And nothing else. Okay, so there we go. Our first set is done. So we'll put them across the top. Just because, happy birthday, thinking of you. Best wishes and happy for you. And some of them could, right, fall into different categories. Okay, so we'll punch out these. I'm going to turn them upside down because then we can just add the dots on them. And they are all the same. So quite often too, if I want to speed up a process, right, I will kind of like assembly line things, right? So here, right, we put them together like one by one. Hey, Ginny. Versus like if you punch out all the pieces and then add all your adhesive and then do all your folds. I find that that's a little bit faster, right? Versus stopping for each card. So we need 2 for all of them and 2 of the gold leaves. Right, but it depends on how you're like wanting this. Like, do you want to just get it done super fast, or do you want to sit with like your friends and visit, or like, do you care about how quickly they get done? So each of these gets 3 glue dots. So I'll do all of these first. Right. So you can do it either way. You can do them one by one. Some people work different, like faster differently, right? Do you want to sit and have a cocktail? Hey, Kim, do you want to sit and have a cocktail? And then you might not be working so quickly. No cocktail for me in the middle of the afternoon or I'll get nothing done. So I probably should be having a cup of coffee. See, like I love working assembly line, but I know not everybody would find that as fun. But right, like there's just 5 of each cards. It's not like you're making 30 of the same cards too, which I think is kind of neat. So like I said, I'm sure everybody has extra cards in their stash if you wanted to give this as a gift, right? That you could tuck in there too. Because obviously the 10 cards are not going to fill the box. It's just kind of like a starting point for them. Or then you could like give it as a gift to your friends and make them have to come and make cards with you on a monthly basis. Okay, so we have 2 for each of those. Let's do these. There, I think, are 2 for each of these cards, 2. And like they're nice weight. It's a perfect gift idea. You guys all know there's those people that you don't know what to give them. Like I said, I'm thinking I might mail this to my dad. He's not going to put the kit together, but I could send him pre-done cards in the box. Because he does tell me all the time it's harder and harder for him to find cards in the little town he lives in, right? And really, what else am I going to give him? He needs nothing. So Okay, so then let's do our dimensionals. So see, we'll do one set one way and then this set assembly line, and then they'll just go together super quickly. I totally have a feeling this set will go together faster than the first set. But I guess too also, right? We now know what, like I can tell kind of like the sizing and all of those things. But these ones are different, so we'll just see. I could be completely wrong. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to cut off some of the edges for these skinny spots. Kim says that she is going to do a card box for each of her grown kids for Christmas this year. And I actually think that's like an awesome idea. Like I said, like some people are super hard to buy for, but like you're also, not only are you giving a gift to somebody that's hard to buy for, you're also like then encouraging them to kind of give the gift on, right? Pass the card on, which I think is awesome too. Ah, yes. Jenny just said, I was thinking Ty's mom because she's disabled too, right? Like, but she still then could give cards, right? Which I think is like super. And they're like kind of semi homemade, right? They might not have personally made them, but okay. So let's just see here which set is faster. Maybe they'll be about the same, I think. So funny. Okay. So it is, and you could actually switch these ones up too, right? So they have all of them on the dotted front, but I think you could also put them on like that too. I have to move something out of my way here. Okay. There's lots of people that are hard to buy for that I think could just use a card kit. And that box is very sturdy. Like I said, I totally knew which box it was on my shelf because the actual cardboard box was quite heavy. Okay, because this is the first one. I'm not going to push anything down till I kind of put them in place so that I see how the two fit on here. Just so that I get a sense of like what the size is of them. And growing kids, like Kim said too, is also like a perfect example of somebody else that they would be perfect for. Okay. They've got them like this. Okay, so beside each other. And then we're going to tuck. You know what? I'm going to do the same thing I did last time because I can see where my problem would come. So I'm actually going to add my sentiment. So if you see here, right, it's got the two green sets of leaves and then has you add the two gold and then you're adding your sentiments. But all the sentiments are different sizes. So by adding my sentiment next and then tucking those gold leaves in, then you know that the ends are going to get covered up. You won't have anything poking out. Like I said, they're all just slightly different. There we go. And then one gets tucked in the bottom and one gets tucked in the top. So there we go. Kind of fun. Like I said, I also think for these ones, you could do them in on either side, depending on if you prefer one over the other. Okay, so again, right? 2 of the leaves. And then if you also got the take a bow die, you could even make your own paper bow for going on top of your box. So, and if you don't know what that is, it's like a fun die cut so you can make your own like paper bows literally for going on top of gifts or anything really. And it's like that traditional, you know, like that Christmassy bow. I actually can't see that. See, it was probably hanging out with my take your pick tool since I did my last live. Oh my goodness, I almost put it on upside down. See, that's why I can't have a glass of wine and craft. Okay. So, thinking of you. See, and too, with like doing the kits, right? You don't have to have all the things. Like you don't have to have the gold foil paper or like card bases or a stamp set, right? Everything is literally in the box. And like I said, I think that this is like an hour project. There we go. Thinking of you. And once you like get in the swing of it, and right, kind of work it all out, then it all goes together in like no time. So like I said, you guys are gonna have to tell me what your favorite kits are. Maybe there's a hidden gem that I haven't seen yet, or what you're gonna grab this month during the sale. Like there's some fun older ones too, right? Like there's the one last month with the ornaments for Christmas. There are like there's lots of like just card ones that were in there that I saw. There's like a little advent calendar one, and I love advent calendars, guys. I don't have that one yet though. It's like a rusticy Christmas look. So here we go. Best wishes. There we go. I think I'm going to be right. We're going to be pretty close to like right on an hour. 3. And it's not a race. So, like I said, there's kind of like a fine line between enjoying yourself and having fun, and you end up with something homemade, right? It's all about the Like, and the kits, like I said, the reason I like them so much is because you don't really have to, you can just sit there and enjoy the crafting experience without trying to figure out what size you have to cut something. Do I have that stamp set? Do I have the right ink? I think there's a time and a place for both things. So, and like I said, for this one especially, right, if you're looking to give it as a gift, like I do know like time becomes the crunch factor during the holiday season. So like I said, that's why I thought, oh, I'm just going to get this one out of the way. So just because and last one. Just thought I should make sure that I'm assembling it the right direction. Every once in a while I do check myself so that it doesn't get assembled upside down. Because I'm sure we have all done that, right? Okay, so I was absolutely right. We were under an hour, so that was 55 minutes, even with me talking at the beginning and not knowing what I was doing. So now, right, all you have to do is slide them into the right section, and I would probably fold these and put them with the cards. So I don't know if I would put the cards in the envelopes because then you can't actually see what's on the front. But I might put them right like this and then slot them into this section. So right, like so I could put this in the birthday section and this one too. And what's this? Thinking of you. So we could do that either in love and support or under miscellaneous, right? Like I said, you guys, you know, gotta love a good miscellaneous section. Happy for you. So we could put that under, well, love and support too, or special occasion. Just because we'll put that in the miscellaneous section. There we go. Fold up these last ones. So, happy birthday. Just because. Best wishes. And these are very nice envelopes. Sit the envelope inside the card. Oh my goodness, Gay, look at you. Thank goodness you popped on. There we go. Look at you. See, all I was thinking was I was worried. So I didn't want to do this, right? Because what if my box got wet? What if it like rattled and damaged my embellishments? So, Gay, there we go. What an awesome suggestion. Let's just put the envelope inside. See, it's a good thing you're around here. And it's even morning for you. Look at you. And you can put it this way or the other way. So thinking of you. Okay, so now I need to do those other ones that way too. And I'm going to say, I bet Gay hasn't even had her... Oh, see, I was just about to say, I bet she hasn't even had a cup of coffee yet today. Because she's watching from the other side of the world. Okay, so let's fix those. Best wishes. See, then he also knows exactly which envelope he's supposed to use with which card. Because if he could mess anything up, that would be it. Okay, so that's where we started. Oh my goodness. Okay, so see, you've got tons and tons of room to add other things or other cards, or even you could add something else, right? You could add like a fresh baked treat in there if you wanted. Okay. So, oh my goodness, not what I meant. There we go. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, we're just pausing the regular scheduled series of scrapbooking layouts while we play with some kits, because like I said, it was too perfect an opportunity not to come on and assemble a couple of the kits while they're on sale. So all the kits, the kits that are in the available, like one purchase on my website, are all up to 30% off. And like I said, there was a really good selection still there this morning when I was poking around. So I'm going to see which other ones I have, and maybe we will be back later this week to assemble another one. I hope you guys all have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, and I will come back and answer them. Bye, guys.